What's up guys, this is day one of my escape and I spoke to an Amazon driver who delivered me the phone in the cave, and he said that there's an old YouTuber called Husky Starcraft around that I'm looking for. So I'll keep you guys up to date of what's happening, and I'll hopefully be able to walk back home soon. See you guys. Boys, day 2. I managed to find the Husky. He was living out in the woods close by my cave, and we had a relatively nice relationship for the time we were together. He said I reminded him of an old love, and he was talking about wings of freedom or something like that. And then about like 7 hours in, as I thought things were going really well, he just completely bailed on me for whatever reason. So I'm gonna continue my journey on alone. This was day 3. I hope to tell you guys more once I hit some intelligent life. See you soon. Guys, I'm not sure if you can see it, but Loco just passed by, and look what I found here. It's a little bit of Zergling poop. I tasted it, and I'm 90% sure this is Zergling poop. So yeah, with the Zergling poop and spotting Loco, I feel like intelligent life is further away than I thought it initially was. Alright guys, I set up this trap yesterday. Let's see if we caught anything. Oh! Let's see what's inside. Well, let's look like some fries, maybe some curry. No ketchup, but I think we're gonna have to do with it. We're getting very close to home. We made it home, guys. We made it home. It's good to be back, boys. Let's get into it. An email. Imbalance complaint form Harstem. I believe that Protoss is OP. I open with a 12 pool, which kills my opponent's gateway, but is otherwise defended. I begin messing roaches after scouting his Twilight Council and easily defend the Zealot attack. Eventually I max out and attack with a Roach Hydra army and watch it evaporate as it gets stormed over and over again. I try to build Broodlords to counter his powerful ground army, but it was too little. Too late. And I lose 2 bases to his attack. I tried to continue on from that point, hoping the Broodlords could save me, but it was futile. So I ask you, is Storm Imba? Are Broodlords ever a good idea? Do I just suck? Thank you for your insight. Name, Meme Lord, Race, Zerg, League Diamond, MMR 3600, and last but not least, the server is from America. So this is honestly kind of promising to be a banger already. So let's hop straight into it. Put on the headphones as well. Whew, nice. Everything kind of feels like old. What do we have here, Mr. Meme Lord? So we have a Zerg player who says he is a diamond player that does a 12 pool and then manages to take out the gateway. Oh, look at this. Protoss player is actually trying to block the hatchery of his opponent. I like that. This is a really cool move. That's cool to see that this happens in diamond as well. Huh? He's even taking the minerals and then builds the gateway. This is the optimal probe movement. This is very nice to see. Wow. I like Bonzo. This guy is really cool. What the heck? Look at that opener. This looks so tight. I'm so proud of you, Bonzo. I actually do think that's pretty cool. I didn't know people in Diamond were doing openers like this, you know, where they send out the probe in time. Like, honestly, this looks like my own game so far. This is beautiful, Bonzo. Oh, wait, sorry. Wait, we're looking at the 12 pool. The only thing that sucks for Bonzo is that he's so busy blocking. No, he's actually gonna scout. This is actually so well done. This is beautiful, okay? This is actually beautiful. What is he doing? Is he gonna... Oh, he's pretending to take a hatchery. Poor Bonzo is getting completely tricked by his opponent. Builds a pylon. And then he's gonna try to block this base. Does Bonzo know right now that this is a 12 woman? Bonzo has the instincts of a freaking hyena. If those have good instincts. Otherwise he has the instinct of... I don't know what animals have good instincts. Like lions maybe? I feel like humans have pretty good... He has the instinct of a superior human. Holy crap, this is brilliant. Bonzo is a genius. What the heck? He's blocking this with a gateway as well. He's saying, no way you're getting this base, buddy. There's no shot. I kind of like this. Okay, he's forcing his opponent to take this base, but just finishing the pylon and getting a gateway there. I don't like that in that case you're playing 2 gateways, not necessary. Also, his cyber core is way too late. Should be finished at this point, but you know, it is what it is. That's beautiful, Bonzo. I love that. No, that's good. Thumbs up for Bonzo. What are we seeing from Meme Lord? Meme Lord supply block? Why is he supply block? Why is he arriving so late if he also isn't taking his natural? I feel like Meme Lord here took the worst of both worlds, you know? You ever have like your friends have these dilemmas where it's like either like you lose your legs and get $1 million, or you'll need to work 80 hours a week for the rest of your life, but you'll be able to sprint at superhuman speed, you know? My man Meme Lord in this situation would go like, I'd like to work the 80 hours a week and I'd like to lose my legs. His friends go like, what the heck's wrong with you, Meme Lord? It's this type of guy, you know? He takes the worst of both worlds. Not only does he hit too late with the links because he was busy trying to take down the pylon and the gateway, but then he also doesn't even take the natural. Now, the reason why... Let me just pause this, okay? A little bit of analysis here on this beautiful IL this episode. The reason why that's not good is because when you're playing against Adept and you open with 12 pool, your gas is very late. You see that? This is normal, the gas to be late, which means that 2 Adepts can just really stand in between this thing and then shade into the main, shade into the natural. And they can force out a crap ton of links, because links of creep cannot fight properly against Adepts. So that is the reason why when you're 12 pooling, you never not want to take your natural base as your natural base. Quick tip there for you, Meme Lord. Also, if I were you, I'd go for the $100,000 and the no legs. I think it's the best out of all the options. What are we seeing here? This queen hasn't injected or crapped yet. He lost all of his links. I love that his zealot's just chilling. Oh, he just held on, hold positioned it. Why are you doing this, Bonzo? No! It's an honorable zealot, wants the fight to be fair. Waited until the links and the queens came out. See, that's how Protoss roll, you know? Protoss players have a good sense of honor. They're feeling good about themselves. This guy, no honor. He had to wait for his mates to show up. Now, he said he scouted at Twilight and then went for a Roach Warren and then defended perfectly. Nice supply block, by the way. This is... what was that? Yeah, yes. For people who missed this, okay? This is what we call... First of all, this is the goodie supply block, okay? And the goodie supply block gets fixed by finishing a main structure. So right now we see this building still has 14 more seconds to go. And he's like, you know what? There's no use building overlords because he knows the timing that overlords take longer than 14 seconds to build. Let me just wait for this hatchery to finish, okay? So he's going to wait for the hatchery to finish for supply to become available. But then as the hatchery finish, he does something that no one has thought of before, and that is to then produce the overlords. Because who would want to build units straight away, right? I love that. I think that's such a brilliant move here by Meme Lord. That's just great. Once again, taking the worst of both worlds. He's actually just the king of this. I wonder what what type of decisions he makes in his general life then, you know? If he's so bad at picking what's right and what's wrong for him. He's the guy that goes into the shop, check what was on discount last week and then buys it. You're like, I wouldn't want to be paying any less. And when some people consider eating healthy, this man just looks at the back to see which product has the most sodium in it and then takes that. This is Meme Lord. 9 drones. Wow. Another overlord. Yeah, I mean, we only have 16 supply open. Pretty smart. Very smart even. Okay, so he scouted the Twilight now. He's like, okay, Twilight. This means I need a Roach Warren and an Evo Chamber. Okay? It kind of makes some sense. Well, the Evo Chamber, not as much, but I like the Roach Warren. Yeah, Roach Warren is good here. I don't understand why he has so little workers. I feel like, well, probably because he was supply blocked and then built 8 overlords at once. But yeah, it's not looking super brilliant. Did I slow down the game too much? No, this seems fine. It's been a long time, guys, okay? Live outside wasn't as great as live in front of the PC, I can tell you that much. This is great, by the way. Like, the creep is almost scouting it. I think it goes to the left side. I love it. Because he really wants to take this as a fort, I guess. If he takes this as a fort, I'll just end the game. We'll do another episode next week, but that will be, like, we'll just put the stamp on Hamster. We'll call it a day, you know? We'll do the pop. And then will be it. Okay, he sees the lack of a third base. Now all the alarm bells in his head should be ringing. He already has 8 roaches. He's fine. Yeah, this is good. He could probably keep mining, but yeah, I don't even mind this. Yeah, sure. Go mine from your naturals, taking the gases there. Builds a couple more roaches, but he knows he doesn't need too much. So yeah, no, this is a very nice defense here, Meme Lord. I'm completely fine with this. I'm a-okay with how you defended this, honestly. That was pretty tight. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. He also knows where these roaches or where these zealots are coming from. I was wondering if he figured it out. But yeah, he definitely did figure it out. Built 7 more drones. He stops an attack. And his reaction... Okay, so there's 2 reactions at this point, okay? So you can either go for a full-on roach counterattack. And you're like, okay, I'm so far ahead. I just want to kill him. And you just keep building units. Roaches. And then eventually you just reinforce with links. The other option is that you just drone up to the highest amount of drones that you can. And then you start building workers, okay? So that's kind of, that's the ultimate eco or the ultimate attack. But here we see 5 drones into 5 overlords. And usually when... What is this guy defending? He's very keen of this extractor, I guess. I've never seen this. I was gonna say maybe if there's Liberator harass, but then I realized we're watching a PvZ. None here. Honestly, technically, there's no spores in any of the mineral lines. So, if people would show you pictures of each base and ask you what's different, you wouldn't be able to tell. And it's like one of those questions you get on like your exam. And then no one really agrees on the answer there, you know? You have to go to the exam commission or whatever and get it all fixed. Yeah, rough. I know the life. Even though I haven't been in school for more than 10 years at this point. But it doesn't show. Many people tell me, hey, Ken, you're very, very intelligent. The things you say on a daily basis. Oh, yeah, that's fine. It's because I self-study a lot. On the BattleNet forums. I have a very big vocabulary. I know more insults in English than trilingual speakers will know in all of their languages combined. And that's really a product of me visiting the BattleNet forums every day. You know how sometimes you have like these motivational videos of people just grinding? You know, it's like, when you wake up, you get ready for the grind. And it's like, I feel the same when I wake up at like 6 a.m. and do like my 2-hour research on the BattleNet forums, you know, improve my language skills and just my vocabulary, my diction, and how to write essays, basically. I feel like that always, yeah, it's a good start of the day, and it's hard work, you know, it isn't easy, but I do get it done. I love that, yeah, I mean, there's no spore. He's gonna get everything targeted down. He also didn't go for the economic option, by the way. He went for the middle of the road again. He decided, you know what, I don't want to kill my opponent, but I also don't want to get a lot of money. Instead, I want my opponent to stay alive, and I want to be poor. Once again, a very good decision here coming out of Meme Lord. It's one of those decisions that I really do appreciate. +2 range on the way. That's good. That's actually good. I mean, he's fighting against a guy, I think he has 2 forges or something. Oh yeah, I saw 2 forges there. So on that production tab. So yeah, what he could do here is he could scout his opponent, figure out, hey, what's my opponent doing? He'd see 2 immortal or 2 robos pumping immortals, okay? 2 robos pumping immortals. Now, maybe Meme Lord is not aware, but there's a thing like armor type. And if you have a unit that is armored, like the Roach, they will take extra damage from a unit that does more damage against armored units, like, you guessed it, the Immortal. So it would be wise to pick a different type of unit to fight an army that looks like this. If you have an army that consists of almost exclusively Immortals, things like Lynx are really, really good. A, links don't take bonus damage, and B, immortals shoot really slow, but they do a lot of damage per shot, but they're still not one-shotting links. So links are absolutely perfect, as long as the Archon count isn't too high. Now, things like Hydras do fine as well. Lurkers are actually very good. Like, Hydras, they don't scale too well because once Storm is out, it's not great, but Hydra Lurker or Roach Hydra Lurker would definitely do okay with this army. Or, now, this is a controversial topic in the Zerg community in Diamond, but if you see your opponent building exclusively units that attack ground, it could be an option to throw down a Spire and get a couple of Muras. No base defense. No base defense. Well, unless you count these 4 Immortals that can shoot air. However, because Meme Lord isn't scouting, what he's doing instead is he's doing a classic move. I think I've spoken about this one before as well. This is testing if the meat grinder works by inserting your head. And he's about to find out that this meat grinder works very well. There's 8 Immortals, there's 2 Archons, and he has units that take... Well, the Ravagers actually aren't even that bad against Immortals, but all the Roaches just absolutely disappear. Like, they got blasted by these Immortals, and he's gonna lose this fight. Like, not many Zergs have lost fights before. It's relatively impressive, honestly. I'm just... Holy crap, that's big. Gets completely blasted out of this world. His response, after seeing 10 Immortals, is to build 5 more Roaches. Every single Roach he builds, I think, is minus 10 IQ points at this point. And so far what Meme Lord has been showing me is, well, I'm wondering if he's making the triple digits before the Roach deduction. We've already seen 5 Roaches. What did I say? 10 points minus? Oh, we're at 50 right now. Max... Down to 10. Yikes. Are we going to see negative IQ this game? He's getting the Spire though. I kind of like that. Infestation Pit as well. So it's possible the Spire is just for the Greater Spire. I do recall him mentioning Brood Lords, I think. Or was it Vipers in his little essay? I think it was Brood Lords. So maybe we'll see some Brood Lords there. But for now, he's just happy not doing much of anything. He's outmining his opponent by a crap ton. He still isn't aware of this left side base, by the way. Kind of do like that as well. He's like, yeah, this was a normal army that this guy got off of 2 base. That seems completely okay. Actually, the army wasn't all that big. It's just that it really just... Oh, 7 more Roaches. Minus 60? Oh, jeez Lord. Soon, the place where his brain is supposed to be is just going to be a black hole because it's like negative energy. It is actually painful to watch. Hive going down. Like, there is a help tab. I think it's F12. Here. Zerg units. Let me show this to you. Okay? Weak against the Immortal. The Immortal is strong against the Roach. Like, they help you. Like, these are things that you don't need. You don't need me to tell you these things, okay? You can figure these out yourself. Just... F12, okay? Hotkey is F12, Meme Lord. F12 might be a little bit difficult. I'll make a video just for you, okay? I'll send you a little document, like a 7-step instruction. First, maybe how to plug in the keyboard. Because at times I'm not even sure if that's being done here. Okay, you're getting +1 carapace. I don't quite know why, but... I mean, to be fair, my man Meme Lord has absolutely 0 info, so I guess there could be 5 Stargates pumping Phoenixes, and then you want to get Corruptors with Carapace upgrades. Maybe. Okay. Realizes there's Storm. And 8 Immortals. Maybe it's time to run. You don't have to fight. It's not compulsory. It's not an obligation that you need to keep. You can run. Sometimes, 22 Roaches. How's the brain disappearing? You ever did this trick where you knocked on someone else's head and then like knocked the table, like pretending like it's empty? I feel like Meme Lord doesn't need the table. Like, this really is something else. Okay, he's getting the Grace. Did he wait for his Carapace to finish? No, he was like, you know what, the Carapace maybe not quite as good or as useful as I thought. Are the Broodlords just going to be too late? I think the Broodlord is just going to be too late. This is going to be very painful. Okay, there is a trick. Now, this trick is pretty crazy. But when you see your opponent's army on the map, imagine your meme lord, okay? And you see this army. And you, well, he probably doesn't start counting. I don't know, people that can't count, do they still realize that this is many immortals? Like, this is a bigger amount of immortals than a small amount of immortals, meme lord. So this is an amount of immortals where your units can't fight, okay? So what you can do, rather than getting the fight here, is you try for a base trade. You're getting units that your opponent can't fight. So eventually you will stabilize in the base trade. And maybe you can take out a couple of bases or force him to run back. That's a good analysis to make. Another thing that you can do is to make sure that the concrete is hard by jumping into it head first. Tish. Hard knock, because there's no brain inside, but not quite sure how brilliant this is. Yeah, this fight is completely blasted. Holy crap. That was a nice upgrade. It's a 2-2 on shields. I don't know why, but I'm a big fan of that. Now the Great Aspire is about to finish. I love the spines against the 7 immortals. That's definitely going to win a lot of time. It's more like 2 shotting hatcheries almost. 2 Broodlords. I love this. Oh my god. This is some great resource management as well. He sees this army, it's like, okay, nothing can shoot up with range. Should I build Broodlords out of every single Corruptor, or would it be better to get 21 Hydras and only 2 Broodlords, and then 5 or 3 more after I finish the first 2? And of course our friend went for the Hydra option. Imagine if there actually was, how many could he have gotten? 2, 4 plus 3? 9. He could have gotten 9 Broodlords. 9 Broodlords against 3 Archons. He would have blasted this fight. He would have owned it so hard. Like, even now, like, it's still almost working, but just not quite. And that's frustrating. That's frustrating, you know? I look at this and I go, there was potential here. There really was potential here. I know you knew it as well. You look back at the replay and you go, if only, you know, but I mean, the Hydras worked so well for you the other fight. I mean, that fight in the middle where you had like 20 Hydras, I think you almost killed an Archon. So that's like the type of trade that you're really looking forward to. I completely understand it. Like the precedent that the Hydras had set before in fights was so good that for you in your mind, it almost seemed silly not to build them again. Yeah, I mean, that's just how it is sometimes. That is how it be sometimes. You're still not completely dead, by the way. If you just look at this, I mean, it's kind of playable, isn't it? 2 Void Rays? I mean, now getting Hydras wouldn't even be too bad. There's a lot of Archons though. I think there might be too many Archons, yeah. Could maybe do a run by here if you knew that base existed. I guess there's cannons, so even that's not possible, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to stabilize at this point, honestly. You can get a bunch of drones over there, I guess. You could do that. Some long distance mining. Don't mind it at all. I think that's even pretty good. I do kind of like it indeed. Actually, well, maybe with a brutal... Nah, no shot. Yes, you could avoid Ray. The problem is just that you had no information whatsoever, Meme Lord. Like, if you knew, you may... Nah, there's too many batteries. You never would have been able to kill him. You had to rebuild drones, I think, and just go for the longer macro game. Honestly, you mentioned... I think you said Storm was OP, no? How is Storm OP in this game? You hit like 2 Storms. And one of those was just now on the Broodlords, after you're down 60 supply, like... I don't know, honestly this game is kind of cringe. No cap. GG. Alright, well, at least you GG'd, you know? Let me read this. Where are you at, Mr. Post? How do I get there? Man, stuck in a cave for a couple of weeks and really don't know anymore how PCs work. Where are we at? I believe that Proles is OP. He opened with a 12 pool. Right, didn't get his natural. Didn't run across the map easily or quickly. Pretty poor start for him. He did defend everything. He got up like 90 supply. That was good. I agree with that. And then just kept building roaches into an army consisting of only Immortals and only High Templar. He then added on a couple of Hydras so that the Storm was a little bit more useful. Then eventually he decided to remax on 21 Hydras rather than making instantly 9 Broodlords. Was your micro good? No. Your micro sucked. Was your macro good? No, you got supply. Oh, I forgot about the supply blocks and the creative way you managed to get out of them. So your micro sucked, your macro sucked, your unit comp sucked, your unit movement sucked. I mean, this is just not even on average, just everything. Like, the best thing you did still was awful. My friend, you, just making sure, you suck. And that's a fact. All right, guys. That's going to be it for this episode of Is It Imba or Do I Suck? If you did enjoy this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If we get 3,000 likes on this video, I will make another one next week. And if we don't get 3,000 likes, I'll also make another one next week. So it's very important that we reach it. Thanks all for watching and bye-bye. Sick.